Hey guys, thanks for watching. It's Aaron Kurtz here, and I want to discuss this concept of needing to be right. Now, I see this in myself so much. I'll start there. I also see it all over in many people. So, um, at my worst, at my worst, we'll say with OCD symptoms, intrusive thoughts, urges, images, rumination, just not knowing what's going on. Sort of that onset when things really kicked off. Where it's like, whoa, I'm having all these intense, um, taboo sexual thoughts and images, and oh, you don't know what's going on. At the worst, I had life figured out. I had my beliefs about God, theology, and and fitness and nutrition. I had it all figured out. It was black and white, easy, the truth. Everybody was missing it, um, and so it's interesting, right? Everything was very certain to me about these outside sort of things. But it's now 10, 12 years ago, as I reflect on it, there was so much inner uncertainty that drove me to find certainty and find stability and find security in all these other things, these belief systems and ways I viewed the world. And that's what it was doing for me. It was sort of masking this inner gapping hole inside of me. So as I peeled away from that, it made a huge difference. Huge difference. Also getting in touch with just more emotional acceptance and learning to just breaking through those automatic responses to life and how people were asking me to, this is hard, as far as I was trying to please people and not really respect what I really wanted in life, and then also just allowing my inner experience to be there and not to force myself not to be angry or not to feel this, not to feel that. That was huge. That coupled with lessening the grip of not needing to try to control everything was terrifying and liberating. So over the years, it's amazing how it slides. And have you noticed this in your life? Have you noticed this tendency, this need to like go after that feeling of knowing exactly the truth about stuff and needing to be right, kind of escaping that grayness of uncertainty. And it's interesting because I feel like the more we go after that security and stability out there in these belief systems, the more we don't take action. We don't step out into the uncharted waters and go after what we want. Instead, we sit back in the fantasy of our mind and just take comfort in what that's providing for us. It doesn't actually make you grow. And I noticed this recently in a period of just thinking so hard about something that happened in my life and being like, why am I having this experience? I know so much. I have my own OCD Hero community. Um, I should have everything figured out. And I had this just honest, super honest and truthful feeling and words came to my mind like, I don't know. And it's okay. And it was so liberating just to realize that I'm using the mind to try to figure out the mind. Using the mind to try and figure out things that I don't know, that are just naturally uncertain about life. And the more I look into this, the more I just realize that, man, this is just life. Life is just uncertain. I remember hearing Peter Crone, the Mind Architect. You can look him up on YouTube. A lot of good stuff. He would talk about just how the very nature of life is that it's uncertain. And we try to make it certain. We try to make it all these absolutes, and we try to make everything make sense. And that's what I did early on. In that time when I had everything figured out and OCD was the worst, I was making the mysterious spiritual nature of God, who I can totally see now and rest in. I needed it to make very concrete, absolute, detailed sense to me. But now I don't need that. I don't need to. And so you find your stability in the unknown. That's what I've really found myself going towards. You find more security in the I don't know. Where maybe that will be scary at first for some of you. If you're holding on tightly to some sort of belief system or some sort of way of viewing the world or viewing yourself, you're holding it so tightly, it's going to be scary to say, I don't know. Now, I'm going to add this in here. For those of you with OCD symptoms, I am not talking about the uncertainty you feel around OCD themes, sexuality, taboo sexual stuff, thoughts of harming people, whatever. Any of these OCD themes, I'm not talking about trying to make yourself be okay with all this. You can. Look, it's okay to be gay. It's okay to be whatever. But that's not the problem. The problem's not that you problem is not that you're that you like you have a tight grip around those themes. That's only there. It's not about that. That's only there because of the fight to be secure. It's only there because you're trying to make sense in other ways of things that we can't really maybe know or be certain about. Okay? So it's a reflection. These OCD themes you're having are a reflection of what you are doing, this over control that you are exerting on life. Okay? And and the OCD is showing up as a lack of control, a lack of certainty in other parts of your life. It's a response. Why? I don't know. What you do need to know, and you find the things you know that feel certain, is that it's trying to make sense of things that are just, we're not going to know. It's that developing rigid beliefs and really viewing life in that way. We're trying to bend life to make it accomplish or meet some sort of need we have in life, instead of just letting life be as it is. Letting the unknowns of death, the unknowns of sickness, the unknowns of what may happen to us, let that be our truth. Let that be our stability. And life is always changing, and we don't know, and we make it what it is. And I just noticed that when I was ruminating, thinking about this thing, why can't I make sense of this thing that I want in my life, or this thing, and it was like, I can't, because I don't know. And so it's like, how long are you going to fight and just go around in circles? And that's rumination. We call it rumination, overthinking, right? It's an OCD symptom. Well, people with OCD have a high intolerance for uncertainty. I'll put the link in the description for that study, but it's out there, and so that's a foundational issue, and it's real. So do you resonate with this? Is this true for you if you have OCD symptoms or anxiety? OCD is just a manifestation of anxiety. If you don't do your compulsion, you get anxious. Let me know. Thanks for watching, guys.